Hey, yo, what up, Bodega Podcast? You already know who it is. It's one half of the sexiest Puerto Rican studs on this planet, Ortiz, baby. And shout out to all the Bodega Podcast listeners. Ow.
Yo, this is the Lucha Thug, the one-man Lucha gang, El Rey Gordo himself, the King Fat Boy Papo Esco, and y'all rocking with the Urban Wrestling Network.
It's your boy, the young GOAT, one half of Injustice, Hot Fire Myron, and you're listening to Urban Wrestling Network. Thank you.
This is Josef Samael from Contra Unit, and you're watching the Urban Wrestling Network.
What's good? It's Tristan Ty, a.k.a. Ikuro Kwon. You're watching Urban Wrestling Network. Hail Contra!
Christi Jaynes, and you're listening to the Urban Wrestling Network.
What's really good, ladies and gentlemen? It's the OG Boricua Don Dada, a.k.a. Contra Man himself. I'm letting it be known I'm here with none other than the GOAT himself. My brother, please introduce yourself.
It is I, your quintessential Puerto Rican muffin, Jorge. And last night, Chef, we finally got to see it. Fusion Alpha MLW gave us a good-ass show to begin with. They gave us some good-ass matches to begin with. Matches that I was there to see down in July. And if you saw the entrance of the wrestlers, you see the Puerto Rican guy in the corner with the mask on. That was yours truly out there taking it all in. And last night's show, it was amazing. We got to see a little formation or a little tidbit of the women's featherweight division, which I like that word, featherweight. We got to see a couple of members. We got to see some matches. So, Chef, man, let's go, baby. Let's go.
You know, and I gotta say this because, and I kept saying this because I was really excited about this week for a few reasons. One, my son finally is getting back into wrestling, right? So he's like, yo, it's 6 o'clock. Yo, it's 6:30. It's 6:45. Like, he was super hyped up. We sit down. First match is that bunkhouse brawl, and we see Marshall Von Erich. First off, you got Kevin Koo and the illegitimate son of the Von Erichs.
Von Erichs.
Yo, dude, it's so crazy because my son was like, yo, his name's not Von Erich. They keep calling. I said, yo, just he claims he's a Von Erich. He's not a Von Erich, right? They're going nuts. I thought Kevin Koo stepped his game up to another level. I was like, man, he looked really good. Marshall and Ross, you know what we're getting from them. We're getting, you know, they're just special talents. Watching Marshall go off the top rope and
did not see that coming.
I don't remember the last time I've seen somebody put under a table and on top of the table. We got the video. We posted the teaser out there. You know, like we let people know we didn't put the pitfall. I almost dropped the ball. I won't even say why. But
yeah, man, come on, son, come on, man. You have one job. You have one job to do. You have one job. That's it. One.
Listen, I was trying to throw it out. I'm trying to watch the show. I'm hyped up. I made a boo-boo, pulled it down mad fast, put it right back up. Bro, your take on that, and what a way to get you invested for the comeback than throwing that first.
Dude, the match was insane in person, and it looked even better on TV when you actually sit down 2 months later and you watch it. You're like, oh shit, I was there for that. Like, oh, that looked amazing. But that was a good way to start off the new era, the new show going up forward. You know, because this was back in July. They had promised us back in August the beginning of Fusion Alpha, and that we're already going to the end of September, and they finally dropped. So, you know, they gave us 2 good matches right from the beginning. So that was a good way to start the show off, or to start this new show, Fusion Alpha, with that. Now, I don't know how long this show is going to go. Is this like going to be like a new series by them, Fusion Alpha going forward, or?
Well, I think the way they said it was this is supposed to lead up to Azteca Underground and the new season of MLW. Now, we do know that unfortunately because of COVID, they couldn't go to Texas, and we were supposed to get it. We were supposed to get this in September, and because it gets pushed back, we get it. Things happen. Listen, as long as people are happy, healthy, and safe, that's what we want.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm pretty sure from here you'll get 4 episodes from the July taping. You have the new taping coming October 2nd, which is next Saturday, and I'm going to be there. So that taping should get you to the end of October, mid-November. Then you have the November 6th something show, mid-November to the rest of December. So at least they're doing it in upstate New York and Philly. Now, I don't know if they're going to have a show in December or not. If they do, hopefully they'll keep it up here, upstate, and not head down in Florida or Texas, nothing like that, and keep it up here where things are still more open, COVID-wise with the rules. And actually now they're putting more rules here where now if you have to be in a venue, you have to be vaccinated and you have to show proof of your shots. That's what they're doing here in New York. I don't know if it's going to be the same in Philly or not. So at least do it that way. Everybody is clean. Everybody, is COVID free, and you can keep the shows going, to the end of the year. And I know they're supposed to go back to Dallas back in March of next year. So hopefully from now till then, the 6-7 months, hopefully down there in Texas, it'll get cleaned up,
The only thing that's scaring me about up north, because we're all from up north. I live in Florida now, but I did 30-something years in New York. The fact that you have winter there, as soon as somebody sneezes or coughs, it's not like before. Everyone's going to be like, you know what I mean? Like that common cold thing is no longer the common cold because everyone thinks COVID. So I'm just hoping that, there's a process. We get through this. Everybody's good. If you have to show a test saying, look, I'm clean 2 days ago, here's my, whatever we got to do. But I do, and I live in the South. I live in Florida. I'm telling you, you got to keep it out of the South. As much as I would love to go to an MLW show or whatever, right now, we're not going to talk politics, but the South is not doing well with COVID, and it's being done better over there. But here's my take, right? I'm watching this. I'm super excited. Second fight, if I'm not mistaken, is Gino versus KC Navarro, right?
Yes, and that was Casey Navarro's debut match here at MLW. And then later on, like a week later, he signed officially with MLW. So now he's officially signed now. So, and that was a hell of a match.
Yes. What's crazy about that is when we did our open mock draft, it was the number one guy that Bill Vink was like, I want KC Navarro. So he gets his guy. I love the match. I thought that at the very end where he hits the move and Gino kicks out, I was like, oh, snap. I did not see that. And then Gino takes him out. And I was like, whoa. Now, I know Gino can go. I like Gino. But this was an execution of two guys who were showing, I'm here to play, and this is what I do. I thought Gino was motivated. And I don't know a lot of Casey Navarro, and I'm bought in. He kind of reminds me of, you remember Amazing Red on Impact Wrestling?
Of course.
All right.
Of course.
I got to say it like that. I know you do. But
of course. Come on now. First of all, Salina Vega's cousin. That's one. Salina Vega's cousin who unfortunately I lost all respect for when she resigned with the WWE, but that, I digress. And of course, he was the owner of what was it? New Jersey.
Wasn't it House of Glory?
Yeah, House of Glory, the one that supposedly Master P bought out now. That Master P owns. So, and I'm still waiting for them to come back. I don't know if they still have been closed because of the COVID thing. So
they posted that they're coming back, I think November or something like that.
Okay. So good. So yeah, he was the House of Glory. Yeah. So And that everybody who knows wrestling knows that's like the #1 independent wrestling up there in upstate, in New York up there. So, House of Glory.
I mean, we've seen LAX, Pride and Powerful go there. I think we've seen the Lucha Bros go there.
Yep.
We've seen a lot of talents. And the crazy part is a lot of people don't know where La Boom is. That's 2 blocks away, not even 2. It's 1.5 blocks away from Woodside Projects. You got Amtrak that goes over and the projects right here. And there's never a situation. It's like,
well, bro, the only person that knows about that is you, because you did time in prison and you from the hood, so you know all that stuff. We don't know anything about that stuff. You saying it like we supposed to know that. Like, no, we do not know that. We're not. Some of us are not about that life. Like, I am not about that life, okay? You may be, I'm not. I'm saying that out right now. Because you say it too proudly, like, this is like right here, 2 blocks from here. We get the government cheese here. It's a shootout. There's pimping sitting in the corner. We're standing the sneakers. No, son, that's you, bro. That's.
And you know what? I'm going to tell you this now for Slice Boogie, and I'm going to have to crop this out and tell him. Now, Slice Boogie, I did a little homework on him. I seen he cut a promo, and he was like, what up, Ravenswood? What up, Woodside Projects? Now, I'm really curious on what part of Woodside Projects are you from? Because I'm from Turtle Park, where if you turn that corner to go towards the basketball court, that's where they gave you that block of cheese in the 80s. Or are you closer to Bryan High School or on the OS, the other side? Slice Boogie, I need some answers, my brother. But back on case on point. Gino and Casey. I think Casey's a star. There's something about him that I see a massive, bright future. And there's 2 other brothers I want to see him go against, but we'll go into that in a minute.
Yeah, and Casey Navarro, I don't know how old he is. I know he's young. I know Gino's like 19 now or going on 20, and he's a second-generation wrestler. His father was huge in Mexico. Passed away like over close to 15 years ago. Yeah, his father was huge in Mexico. And there's some stuff here in the States back in the days, and he passed away, I want to say like 10, 15 years ago, his father did. But Gino's like 19 right now, 20 years old, but Gino's huge also in Texas. So he's a huge wrestler because he's also from Texas too down there. But Gino's another future star, another amazing match, man. The MLW came out swinging with the matches. It was worth the wait, to say it like that. It was worth the wait to see these matches. And next week they announced we're gonna see Aramis versus the other Mexican dude, and this was my 10-star, 5-star match right here. You're gonna see that match, boy. That match is next week, and I promise you, if you are a fan of lucha and wrestling, you will not be disappointed next week with this match.
And that's the dope part. Because I have my son sitting here. This was his match he loved of last night. He loved Casey Navarro and Gino. He loved that match. When he sees Arez and the other guy, I said, yo, hold on. Yeah. I said, Y Bolonce said, that's the match of the shows. Yeah. All the shows, that's the match of the show. I said, remember?
This one here is the match of the whole taping. Was this match coming up next week?
And I said, remember, you thought they were nice in Battle Riot. Imagine when they actually have ring space for just them 2. So he's super hyped up. We're getting that next week. Who else did we get besides? Who did we get besides?
Then they had the main event. But before then, they talked about the women's featherweight division and who's already signed. And we have Willow Nightingale. We have Nicole Savoy. We have Holiday, Brittany Blake, Zoe Starks.
Zoe Sky.
Zoe Sky, I'm sorry. Zoe Sky. Of course, my girls, the Sea Stars. So right there, you got 7 people already, females, who are some already established, like Nicole Savoy, Holiday, Willow Nightingale, and then you have fresh faces like Brittany Blake, Zoe Sky is from Stardom, which I love, and I know her, so this is gonna be a mix of all faces that you already veterans who are still young, and new faces that people in the States have never seen before. So it's a good mix already, and so far it's 7 fresh faces, and hopefully we'll get some more coming down So at least they're not using the same females as other places. You know.
Now, the cool part is you said 7 females. Court Bauer, after posting all the girls' names, said, "We're not done yet," right?
Of course.
Hold on. So we decided to play our own little court game. And we tagged Christi Jaynes. Yo, Court, at Court Bauer, at Christi Jaynes. I think she'd be great. Christi Jaynes is like, yo, let's get it popping, Court. You know what? People like Davey Richards, they replied, yes, it's out there. It's social media. And Davey Richards is a veteran of the game. So if he knows she has talent, guess what, Court Bauer? We want her in MLW. I'm just throwing it out there once again.
See, right here, when you say that, you should put like a picture of Christi Jaynes pop and poof, UWN certified. Stamp right on it. When you say her name, boom, certified. UWN certified. She's one of our homegirls. She's one of our past guests. Go to UWN, Urban Wrestling Network on YouTube. Watch that interview with Christi Jaynes. She's a criminal. But you didn't hear that from us. She's eluded the cops a couple of times. She's a road rager and racer. So I don't know. You know, she likes Need for Speed. So she's definitely UWN certified. So yes. So we already sprinkled the little seeds on Court Bauer's mind. Little pixie dust. We gotta have pixie dust coming here. So hey, 7 to start. And we already have one match coming up for Saturday. Nicole Boy versus Holiday. Holiday's my girl. I have a T-shirt. I'm gonna have my brother or my nephew gonna wear that shirt that night. Hopefully, have her signed it too. So,
the dope part is we also in that open mock draft named Holiday as well. You also named the Sea Stars as well. A lot of people.
My girls.
Listen, it was said Lee Mariotti. He wound up being here. He's not signed, but we put him in the draft, and we'll see him.
Well, fortunately, he signed with AEW, so.
Well, yeah. Listen, he signed there. Kudos. Get the bag.
Oh, for sure. Oh, I'm not hating. Hey, they got him. They got a humongous future star. I just wish he was here at MLW and not AEW, because most likely he's going to be Dark or Elevation stuck instead of being in MLW and being more maybe open weight against my boy Hammerstone, or maybe against our boy Myron Reed. But you know, hey, you gotta go who signs you first. So he got signed. So I'm not mad at the dude. Not mad at him at all.
Listen, that's the one thing we do here, that we always say, if you're a fan of someone, you follow them. And
exactly.
We show love to everybody. I don't care. Listen, we don't watch the WWE. If you go, trust me, I'll watch it for you. But I'm never going to sit back and say, damn, you went there. That was stupid. We don't do that. You know, we salute everybody. You make the decision that you think is best for your career. We support that. We're not going to be these clowns that as soon as you're not in MLW, you suck.
And one thing I want to say that's now show related, I just want to say something. Rest in peace to AJ Johnson. If you remember, he played on Friday. You know, hey, Boogie's taking his shit down here in the back. You hear me? All those parts. He passed away. Nobody knows what happened. His wife was on Twitter this week, yesterday, trying to raise $15,000 for his memorial service. They're only up to like $7,000 at best. The wife came on Twitter, on social media, and said, all this fake love. Oh, you love my husband. My husband is this. My husband is that. But when you need it and when you're supposed to follow him, nobody's around. So please keep my husband's name out of your mouth if you're not going to support him. With that said, we just said Lee Moriarty. We said Christi Jaynes. We said Holiday. We dropped names, but we support these names. We have shirts of everybody that we drop name of. We support them because we're not these fake people. Oh, yeah, this is my people. This is my girl. You talking all this blah, 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 but you don't even own not one piece of item, 8x10 or anything, not even $1 to your favorite wrestler. We give money to our favorite wrestler. Papo Esco, Slice Boogie, Miss Stephanie Vera, Danny Limelight, Christi Jaynes, Holiday, Hammerstone, the Von Erichs, you name it, we drop the money because we believe in the talent. Like I always say, if you believe in the talent, you support the talent. Period. Don't name drop somebody if you're not going to support them. And like the big homie Chef just said, wherever they go, you support them wherever they go. It doesn't matter if you don't like the WWE. I will watch them wrestle there, even though I don't like the show. I'm gonna watch them like I watch Priest Punishment Martinez. I watch them on Monday Night Raws, and then I'll wait for him to show up. I'll watch what he does. I said, yes, Puerto Rico, let's go. I'm gone. So with that said, you know, we mentioned the female's name. It's a new women's featherweight, not women's heavyweight champion, not women's featherweight. I like the word featherweight. Because it's not heavy, it's not small, it's not lightweight, it's featherweight for the women, which I love that. When I read that, I was like, wow, that's different. Women's featherweight division. Yeah, I was like, yeah, that's I never heard that before. Only in boxing.
Exactly. I was just about to say, only in boxing I've heard that word featherweight.
Never in a wrestling ever. But I was like, wow, that has a nice ring to it. Women's featherweight division. So I like it has a nice ring to it. And I love and like I said, I love Sea Stars. Delmy is like my favorite out of both. I love Delmy. And I don't know why, but she's cool. She looks cool herself. But yeah, I'm excited. Hopefully they're there because man, I gotta take me pictures. I gotta buy more merchandise. I'm gonna have my money on me this time. I'm not gonna have nobody go in line for the ATM. And I'm missing out. I'm gonna be ready. Money in my pocket, my flag. I'm gonna have my book bag for my merch. I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
And that's the one thing that I can say, and I'll transfer right into the TJP thing, and we'll finish with El Jefe. First time I met Evil Once, he went to the Impact Wrestling. They did like a meet and greet, like a hotel kind of thing.
The 2017 Slammiversary.
As much as Evil Once didn't bang out with GFW, he got a GFW shirt just to support the company. So this is what I'm saying. Like, people have no idea. And listen, if you go on my Instagram, I got like 80 Impact shirts at one point a few years ago. That's how much shit, and only 2 of them were free. The only reason why you never see real talk, 2 of them, and one of them my son owns that came off the back of Jesse Goddard's, who that kid is like 116 pounds. That shirt's never going to fit him.
Yeah.
And I try to tell people, you always see me and what I make, because this is our podcast. I wear meat. I do have mad wrestling shirts. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm not going to come on here and wear somebody else's stuff on our platform. Yeah. But if you need, DM me and you can ask me for what shirts I own, and I'll send you 1 million shirts. I just ordered a new fire one that he would not approve of. So I'm just going to say, listen, whatever. She's from Queens. She went the wrong direction. I got to support Queens. It is what it is. Okay. But listen, we get TJP and Davey Richards.
Main event, that was Davey Richards' first match in MLW at that too.
TJP is talking crazy. I never knew he called himself the Submission King or some shit like that. I was like, yo, where is this coming from? And TJP's talking crazy like he's some kind of tough guy. I've never seen TJP as a tough guy. Davey Richards is somebody, like, you used the word stiff. And if you watch Davey Richards from Ring of Honor, I know you said Noah, right? He was in Noah, Impact Wrestling, wherever you've seen Davey Richards connects. And you better bring your A game with somebody like that, because that's 100 miles of running. So you better put your work in. Both these gentlemen look really good. Davey Richards, I didn't know what to expect because we did just see him in the Battle Riot, but when you're wrestling around 40 people, it's real easy to just kind of hide things. Yeah. Davey Richards, we haven't seen him in a ring in mad years. Watching him go, I was like, Davey Richards looks amazing. It looks like he never left. He makes this guy tap out like, I don't want to say the word because people get upset, but a briznizzle. I mean, he grabs him up, yank, yank, and he's tapping out. Brother, what a match. You were there. Let him know.
Yo, man, once again, in person is a total different experience. And then when you watch it on TV, it's a total different, like a brand new experience. Like, oh shit, I was here. I remember this match. I was here for this. Because it looks different with the camera angles. Once again, I'm not a TJP fan, but the dude can go. The dude can wrestle his ass off. He could wrestle his ass off. David Richards is a different type of beast. You know, they already mentioned the first round for the Upper Cup, and it's going to be David Richards against Lee Moriarty, right?
Tom Lawler.
Tom Lawler. Oh shit, Tom Lawler. This is going to be a stiff match right there. Okay. Bobby Fish is going to get Lee Moriarty. That's going to be a good match. I'm hoping they're on two different brackets because I said it last week in a different pot. David Richards against Bobby Fish for the Opera Cup championship winner, whatever. That's going to be the hard-hitting match that will happen in November if it happens. That's the money match. But Lawler against David Richards, oh, dude, that is going to be insane. There's going to be chop. There's going to be submission. Somebody's going to leave there stretched out. And Tom Lawler is a real UFC fighter. Going up against another guy who's a brawler, smaller size, who knows how to stretch you out. This is going to be a legit hard-hitting fight. I wouldn't be surprised if they might break up into a real scuffle in there just because somebody's going to get pissed about something.
You know, I'm smiling because that matchup I'm so excited for. Because watching with the youngest again, and I gotta reference this because I'm having fun as a dad. You know what I mean? Like this is fun for me. And his favorite wrestler is Ikuro Kwon. Loves him. And all because of the interview, thinks he's the man, all this, I'm a fan of him, whatever. His second favorite wrestler somehow is freaking Tom Lawler. Oh. And I'm like, of all people, you're a fan of Tom Lawler? He's like, yo, he's a badass for real. And I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, I thought he was super cool when he came with the mask as the other guy. So he goes, I Googled him. He goes, he could really fight for real. He's a fighter. I said, oh yeah, he'll put the hands of God on people. So he's like, he gets David Richards, that guy. He goes, man, I don't even know who's going to win, but I think I'm going to win. And we always keep saying that there's certain matches where no matter who wins, the fan wins. And when he said it like that, I was like, that's that thing. That's that match that when you sit there, you're like, oh, no, win or lose, I'm going to enjoy this. So he's fired up.
The first four matches they announced for next Saturday. Bobby Fish, Lee Moriarty, I won. David Richards, Tom Lawler, I won. Jacob Fatu, Hammerstone, I won the lotto on that one. You got Nicole Savoy versus Holiday, I won. Then you have Warhorse, who's going to be there. Dude, I won. So right now, everything that's being mentioned, who's going to be there, who's going to wrestle, me being a fan, I've won already. Like I literally just I paid for 3 tickets for me and my brother and my nephew again. The Jacob Fatu Hammerstone, that already paid for the 3 tickets. That was what I wanted to see. And now you give me everything else, dude. This is like the side piece on the cake. This is the side dish. You know, you gave me things that I'm excited for. LAX is going to be there. You know, the parts are going to be there. So we might get a tag team title match there with Jefe. You know, so I'm winning. You know, we got to see 5150 do an interview last night. I'm excited. We saw Tom Lawler and a Jefe in the back. Dude, it was a non-stop 55-minute show. No commercials, just boom. Especially if you saw it on YouTube, boom. That's the way how I love it. Just keep going. Just give it to me. Don't tease me. Just give it to me, bro.
The dope part was everything we're seeing. You're 100% right. And I'm going to make the reference to that open mock draft we did again because we wanted everybody in the bodega here. We got all them, and that was in our mock draft. But you specifically in the mock draft said, I want Warhorse. I legit said, who? You laughed. I said, all right, let me go do my homework. Found this guy's stuff. And I was like, whoa, this guy is a machine.
Yeah.
We're Warhorse now. Like, I don't even know who to be more excited about.
And we got lucky when Cody Rhodes was doing that TNT Open Invitation, and Warhorse, challenged him for the belt. And people who wasn't aware of Warhorse got to see him in that match, and he showed out. I'm surprised he didn't get signed as much as everybody else is be getting signed from AEW. To be honest with you,
I'm glad that I think they call it the Elite Zone or whatever they're doing in the old Impact place.
Yeah.
I'm glad that's now, because I'm pretty sure Court had this plan a while ago, and now we're having this, and I'm glad we're getting it now, because who knows, who's going on Dark or whatever. They have 1 million people there. Like you said, Warhorse showed out. Love it. That guy, I'm a fan of that guy. Now, I'm not going to say I'm a fan. He hasn't won me over. I got to see a lot more. Everything I've seen, I loved. I think they dropped the ball because of Warhorse versus somebody like the Murder Hawk. I thought could have been crazy. Oh well, tough shit for them. We get him. Now, that promo by 5150, I'm not going to lie to you. I felt like 16 years old, back on the block. And when they were, I think Slice Boogie said something like, yo, that's your camera, homie, run it. And then you see them trying to grab the camera. Yo, I was taken from my living room apartment back to the hood, and I was like, this is what I wanted more from. When we seen that small sample in the ring, I was like, damn, Danny Limelight really didn't sound like 5150 to me. This, he felt like it.
Unfortunately, this is why I'm afraid when you watch stuff like this, especially you, because you might get a flashback and go outside and start breaking shit. And then they're gonna run your card, and then they're gonna see all the warrants outstanding unpaid parking tickets, graffiti, all that kind of stuff. Oh hell no! Don't let Chef watch this show when 5150's in here, because he might get a flashback and run outside PSD and start breaking shit. He think he's back in the war zone there and the concrete jungle there of Best-Eyed or something. And they, oh, Wu-Tang, Wu-Tang. Oh, hell no. How your kids, Dad, come down. Like, nah, Wu-Tang, nothing to F with.
Yo, no, I'm not trying to act like, I don't want to say Jorge is right. I don't want to say he's right. What I'm going to admit to, as soon as the promo ended, I hit up my people. You got to watch MLW. They're like, oh, so most of them didn't. I don't watch wrestling. I said, watch this. This is the time. They put it on. They instantly were, yo, whoever they are, we bang with them. Those is our dudes. And they were like, yo, that guy in the back. I was like, yo, that's Slice Boogie. One of my guys like, yo, he looks mad familiar. I'm like, yo, don't worry about that. He's a wrestler. He's like, yo, I love these guys. All the 4 or 5 of them that were in this chat were like, this is it. We're 5150 guys. They don't want to watch MLW for anyone else but them because they feel like home. You know what I mean? And I was like, I want them to keep the demographic like this. I don't want them to go too far with it. You know what I mean? Because you don't want them to promote shit at a crazy rate because we're still trying to let the kids watch this. But damn, was I hyped on this. And then it led for me, who I thought once again stole the show, El Jefe. El Jefe, I don't know why I'm so bought in. And listen, we all know his former work as Dario Cueto and all the cool things he did. But him sitting in that office, the way he handled Tom Lawler, you're seeing.
Yes, that was funny. I like that.
Such a different El Jefe, but at the same time, you can't show me an MLW promo from any year that felt like this. We're seeing his influence in MLW, and I was like, yo, I hope you're ready for a whole new MLW, Azteca Underground, whatever we're going to call it, because this is feeling special. We're getting great in-ring, and we're getting some super dope on the side stuff too. I'm loving it. We also seen somebody came late. I don't know who came late, but the attitude was completely different from when he dealt with Tom Lawler. He was laughing, looking at the camera like, who's this guy? You know, I'm going to feed you the Hammerstone next week. And then as soon as the guy
basically that's what happened. He's like, I want to feed you too. Like, yeah. And actually, yeah, he actually, not to give too much, it was actually a competitive match, to be honest with you. I'll say that much. Yeah, I was surprised. It was a very competitive match. The right person won, of course, but yeah, it was a competitive match.
You know, and let's face it, we all know Hammerstone fought too. You're not gonna have Hammerstone lose, but Filthy Tom Lawler's a beast. So it doesn't surprise me that he had a great match. You know, it's just the role he's kind of getting. I was like, oh, okay, but I don't want to say who do you think came late, because it can't be King Cortez. We know he's there. Somebody came late, and he looked like Dario Cueto at that point. He looked very dominant. Came late. It did not look like the same guy that he was talking to Tom Lawler. So I was like, I hope you guys are paying attention to the depth of El Jefe, because he's giving you such greatness. And like I said, no biasness, even though I'm being biased. El Jefe is the truth. And we called El Jefe before everyone else did.
Oh, dude, you be calling it Hellfest since they had done with the show back in April, and you were saying when they do this, it's going to be a Hellfest. I don't care what anybody says. Dario Cueto. Everybody going, it can't be him. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. For 5 months, you were just always saying it was Dario. Everybody can say, maybe not, maybe it is. And then towards the end, it probably is. But you never changed your tune. You was always down with Dario Cueto was the guy, period. Kudos to you, man. Kudos to you.
So, my brother, this whole El Jefe craziness, please give me something on it, because, wow.
Hey, man, it's unbelievable how Dario Cueto or Cesar Duran, before this, nobody knew what he was doing before this. This dude is an actor who got this job as this, and he's made this character into his own. Like, whatever his real name is in real life is no longer his name anymore. No. He went from Cesar to being saved by the cops and going through a whole protection witness program, and now he got a new name, Cesar Duran. That's his new name now. Nobody, he doesn't even know his own name. I don't even think he goes by his real name anymore. I think if you call him Cesar, that's his name. I mean, that's he lives, eats, breathes Cesar Duran now. So whatever he's doing is working. Whatever Kurt Bauer is doing is working for the fans. The show that they put on last night, it worked. It hit every angle. Everything they did on that show, it hit. There was not one match or not one backstage something that was out of place. Everything was there the way it's supposed to be. Now, us as fans, we want episode 2 next week. We want to see it better. And then if it doesn't, then man, that didn't live up to the first episode. So now we're gonna be judges. We're gonna be like, oh man, that didn't live up to the hype. Blah blah blah. So now we're gonna be the worst critics now going forward, because we expect every week to be the same as it was last night.
Oh yeah.
So,
oh yeah.
And I'm pretty sure it is, from all the tag team matches, the single matches to the women's matches. It's gonna deliver every single week. We're gonna see something good, and hopefully next week they'll start putting the female matches. Maybe next week or the following week. All I know is this: next week, Aramis versus Ares. Hopefully that's the main event, or in the first match. This is going to blow everybody's mind off. I'm telling you right now, this is a must-watch, must-be-seen match. If you love lucha, if you love wrestling, if you love technical, high-flying, everything is in this one match. My brother, who's not even a wrestling fan like that, he said, like, damn, dude, this match is crazy. Like, people were throwing money like they do for the Mexican. They're throwing quarters and dollars. I'm bringing 2 packs of $25 each next show.
Wait. They do money into the ring?
Yeah, for Mexican wrestlers, when they give you a match like that, you throw money at them. Yeah.
They did that.
So they were throwing money at them.
In Philly?
In Philly, yeah.
Whoa!
My brother, I had to explain it to him because he didn't know why they're throwing money at them. I said, because of this. He goes, okay, they deserved it. He's like, I wish I had money. I throw that out too. So I'm bringing $25 here, $25 here, because when they're out here, they go, man, take the $25 here, take the money. Take
know
the
what?
money, even though I'm not in a strip club. Just take the money right now. I'm not gonna throw them at you like a dollar bill. Hey, just take the $25. Great job. I'll see you next week.
You know what? And I'm going to leave it on these two things. One, Tom Lawler made me laugh now hard when he walked in. He said, "Hey, Caesar Duran." Like, that shit had me laughing because you know he said that wrong.
He says it just like Vilvic, Caesar Duran, and I'm like, who?
He said,
Caesar Duran, who? Cesar Duran? Like, whatever. Caesar, like, oh Lord.
yeah, he said Caesar Duran. We all laughed. Now, the second thing I'm going to tell you how good this show was. Because as soon as it ended, my son was like, "Wait, where's the rest of it?" And I was like, "I told you it's an hour long." He's like, "How is that an hour already?" That's when you know you have a good show. Because he thought we still had more matches. And I was like, "Dude, next week." And he was like, "Oh, man, like this thing got to hurry up." I'm like, sold. Court Bauer, El Jefe, Conan, St. Laurent, you guys did your thing. We just got to keep going forward with this. Arez, who's the? I always forget the guy's name.
Ramis and Arrest.
I am so hungry for this match. Like, it's just I got to watch this match. But to let him out of here, y'all already know, and I'm gonna pick it up so you can see it. If you put the promo code for that, just add a .com. Put the promo code UWN, get your discount because we are the realest podcast you can get. Listen, we're biased. We admit it. It is what it is. For myself, the big homie, we also just added Adrenaline Rush. Shout out to the boys. And we're going to have a women's well, it's about women's wrestling for a podcast. I don't know what she's going to name the show. I made her intro. The Demoness is going to talk MLW featherweight, Impact Wrestling knockouts. We will cover everything you want to hear on our network, urbanwrestlingnetwork.com. Myself, the big homie. We out of here. Deuces.